It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, sponsored by Scooters Coffee and Rescue Towing. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the new work week. Maybe a short week for many of you with the 4th of July holiday coming up on Thursday. We are waking up with pretty pleasant temperatures in the Ozarks, and as of 5 a.m., there's a little bit of rain activity on the radar up to our north. I think most of that activity for the first half of the day stays north of Highway 54 today. So don't be surprised if you're in the northern Ozarks and you get a little bit of a shower. Overall, though, today it's going to be another day with high temperatures landing in the 80s for most of the Ozarks, which is nice compared to the rest of the week. So enjoy the cooler pattern that we have out there for you today, and most will stay dry today. However, I do think there's that chance for some rainfall, especially for the first half of the day up in our northern counties. Don't be caught off guard by that if you're listening north of the Springfield area. Temperatures this morning, well, they're nice and mild. We've got numbers that are starting out in the 70s and we'll warm to about 85 for the high temperature today. Overall, we are talking about unsettled weather for the work week forecast. I do have an opportunity for showers and thunderstorms and some really high heat and humidity. I'm talking mid 90s that could be back as early as tomorrow. So there's a lot to discuss in this holiday work week forecast. Today, though, starts off on kind of a nice note. It will be cooler today. We have some drier conditions in terms of lower relative humidity. That's what I mean by that. We have low dew point temperatures today in comparison to what we will have around the rest of the week. Heat and humidity really build by the time we get to later this week. We are talking about heat index values likely going way back into the triple digits. So it will be hot and humid. There is a look at the surface front that I'm watching, and I'm expecting another one to develop and move into the Ozarks as we head closer to midweek. I'll talk more about that in just a second. Overall, today will be dry in the Ozarks. Northwestern counties have the best chance for a little rain shower, and all the heavy rain today is up in the plain states, well to our north. Heat and humidity, though, really kick in starting on Tuesday, lasting through Friday of this week. I mentioned I think high temps could be back into the 90s tomorrow, and we will likely see humidity values well into the triple digits. It could be heat advisory criteria starting tomorrow afternoon. So just know that heat index values 100 to 110 range, that could prompt some heat headlines for you again this week. And I know a lot of kids are, home for the summer, off school break. If they have any camps or anything, it may be a short week because of the holiday. Just know that if you're going to be spending time outdoors, you need to be thinking about things like heat exhaustion, heat stroke, and definitely dehydration. So lots of water this week. Thunderstorm chances also return in this forecast. I have a chance for storms both Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Now, this could impact the 4th of July forecast. And I think that we are likely going to see the best opportunity for rain maybe Wednesday night through Thursday morning as a front just kind of wavers up and down throughout the Ozarks and stays in the area for a couple of days. Today, we're talking about a high temperature of 85 degrees, partly cloudy skies, more cloud cover the further north you go, and northern counties have a chance for rain today. By Tuesday, we're talking temperatures right back into the mid 90s. I have 95 degrees for the high temperature tomorrow. We're still in the mid 90s by Wednesday and Thursday, but we've also got the storm chances moving into the region on Thursday. Again, I think it's Thursday afternoon and night that we have a good chance for rain and storms. Front will still be in the area on the 4th of July. At least currently, it looks like the best chance for rain on the 4th of July will be in the morning and the early afternoon. So we may get some dry time for fireworks time, but that's kind of to be determined this week. And then we've got another opportunity for showers and thunderstorms on Friday. Then the front actually passes through and we get a little bit of a cool down for the weekend. All right, here's a look at the headlines around the country. We are talking about dangerously hot weather, making headlines again for the Southern Plains and California's Central Valley. We've also got showers and thunderstorms for the Four Corners and the Southwest, again for a couple of days, totally waterlogged out in the Southwest. And then wet weather is also returning to the Midwest. Now, I think a lot of folks in the Midwest are pretty happy about this because of dry conditions, but it's also coinciding with the 4th of July when people like to be outside. So kind of a, not great forecast for the 4th for much of the Midwest. All right, here's a look at the Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister Trivia question. This is the question that I left you with on Friday. Sorry to bring this up Monday morning. It's not a nice topic to start with, but it's the trivia question, so we got to do it. Which popular condiment was once sold as a medical cure for diarrhea? Do you think it was A, ketchup, B, mustard, C, mayonnaise, or D, relish? Now, if you are sick with this ailment, I mean, condiments in general don't sound good. I would not want to eat any of these. But if you had heard of this before, you may know that the answer is A, ketchup. Ugh. I mean, honestly, it sounds like a terrible idea if that's what you're suffering with, but it was ketchup. At some point, it was medicine. Indeed, it was in the 1930s. Tomato ketchup was sold as medicine. Diarrhea was not the only ailment that it was marketed to cure. It was also indigestion and jaundice. Um, all right. This was initially posed by a doctor, Dr. John Cook Bennett. He was an American physician in 1834. He tried to market ketchup and then later turned the recipe into pill form and marketed as a tomato pill. Um, it didn't go over that well. And apparently it was not too effective. People were like, hey, this is not curing the problem. And it's also uh, just making me never want to eat ketchup again. So A was the answer. Congrats if that was your guess. You are now entered to win $20 to Scooter's Coffee. Here is the question that I will leave you with. This is for tomorrow morning. So if you want to play the contest, head on over to the website. It's aroundtheozarks.com. You can enter your guess for the Brain Twister trivia question there. It is free to do so, and you could win $20 to Scooters. So why not take a stab at it? Here it is. Who was the first president to visit all 50 states? Do you think it was A, Bill Clinton, B, Richard Nixon, C, Dwight D. Eisenhower, or D, John F. Kennedy? You can let me know your guess. Again, that's over at the website aroundtheozarks.com. Thanks so much for listening this morning to Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather. I'm meteorologist Abby Dyer. I sure appreciate you listening. And thank you so much to our sponsors, Scooters and Rescue Towing. It's going to be a great day in the Ozarks, so make sure you find some way to get outside. Hey, by the way, I wanted to tell you while you're at the website entering the Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister trivia question, you can also enter our other contests to win tickets to the Ozarks Lunkers. Around the Ozarks has your chance to win tickets to the Ozarks Lunkers game, Saturday, July 6th in Wilson Logistics Arena. The Lunkers play Duluth at 7:05 p.m. at the Ozark Empire Fairgrounds. So if you want to win tickets, you can head on over to the website, click on contests. You can find that one running there as well. Have a great day. I will chat with you again tomorrow morning. Enjoy the 80s before the 90s.